Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the How to Move to Los Cabos video series. The show in which I get to show to you everything that you need to know to be able to make a successful and easy move down here to our beautiful Los Cabos, Mexico. On this episode, we're going to be talking about starting up a rental property business down here in Los Cabos. We're going to be touching topics such as rental property managers, and just the overall vision for starting up a rental property business in Los Cabos. My name is Ari Westwood. I was born and raised down here in Cabo. I am a real estate agent and the manager of the Cabos San Lucas Baja Properties office. Baja Properties was the first real estate company down here in Los Cabos, so you can rest assured all this information is going to be extremely beneficial for you guys on your move down here to Cabo. There's going to be a lot of videos like this one on the video series coming up, and you're not going to want to miss out on them. So make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell below so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming videos that we're going to be making for you guys. So the question is, can I own property down there in Los Cabos and set it up as a rental property business on platforms such as Airbnb and VRBO? And the answer is an astounding yes. It's absolutely possible to do that. But there are going to be a couple of things that you're going to want to keep in mind when you're deciding to do this. So what are some of them? The first one is that when you're deciding to set up a rental property business down here, the first thing that you're going to want to check out is if the community that you're looking at will allow for the type of rental business that you will want to be in. Pretty much every community out here will allow you to do rental of your property, but the question is if they're going to allow the short-term rental part of it. Since most people want to retire down here in Los Cabos, pretty much, and one of the most common ways to be able to do this is to look at the property that you want and be able to move down here 5 to 10 years ahead of that time. People invest into rental properties and they set them up on rental while they're ready to move down here. Most communities for that will allow that you rent out your property pretty much in any way that you like. So I'm going to be saying that about 95% of all communities will allow you to do pretty much any type of rental that you wish. But there is going to be about a 5% of these communities that will only allow certain types of rentals, such as medium and long term. This means that they will only allow your tenants to stay there if they're staying for a minimum of 6 months or a year. So again, this is one of the important things to consider when you're deciding to invest into that property. Check out if your community that you're looking at will appeal to the kind of rental that you're going to be wanting to do. The second thing that you're going to be thinking about is that this is a rental business and it's going to take some work. So you're going to need some allies that are going to be hands-on down here in case you're not planning on being down in Cabo the whole year. And the most important one is going to be your rental property manager. Since you're not going to be down here most of the year, you're going to have a person that's going to be interacting with your guests and basically operating the business for you. The good thing is that since Cabo is so popular on the rental property side, there are some really good rental property management companies down here who will handle pretty much everything for you. These people are in charge of basically setting up your home or condo into a platform such as Airbnb, VRBO, and making sure that they can fill up that calendar as much as possible for you. They will be the first point of contact between your guests and the business, and they will also be running most of the time they're going to be operating based on a percentage of the income. So what does this look like? This person is basically running your business for you, and at the end of the month, usually they're going to be taking anywhere from 15 to 20% of the rental income of the business. This is negotiable, and again, it is a business, so you get to run it the way that you think it's fit. So that is going to be the first thing that you're going to want to consider, getting a really good rental property manager. The second thing you're going to want to have is a property manager. Now, a rental property manager will make sure to be running the business side, but the property manager is basically going to be taking care of your property. This person is going to be in charge of keeping all the things such as your utilities paid, making sure that your trust is paid, making sure that the electricity, the cable, the internet, whatever it is, that it's always ready to go and that your property is in tip-top shape for when you come down here or for when your guests are using it. Basically, if you're not going to be using a rental property, if you're not planning on putting up your property as a rental business, you might still want to consider having a property manager that is always keeping your property the way that you want it to be for when you're down here. Usually, property managers charge a flat fee. And if you're having like a small condo, you might expect anywhere from $150 to maybe $300 to be running all your things for you and making sure that your condo is always in tip-top shape. Ideally, this person has some construction background or just knows certain things, such as if your water heater is kind of acting up, they will have contacts that will be able to come in there and fix things such as the water heater or maybe the AC or some details with the pool. Whatever it can be, a good property manager should be able to take care of that. And when you're thinking about moving down here, you might be thinking, how am I going to find a good rental property manager and a good property manager? Usually that's when your trusted agent and brokerage will be able to assist you. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, Baja Properties was one of the first real estate companies down here in Los Cabos. So we have plenty of contacts that we can connect you with as soon as you have the ownership of your condo, so you have a good property manager taking care of you. And if you decide to set it up for rental, have good rental property managers ready to go to start the business. The next thing to have into consideration is going to be taxes. You're going to be running a business. And you're going to be running, hopefully, a very lucrative business. You're going to be getting a lot of rental going in through your property. So you're going to be having to consider that since you're going to be making some income, you're most likely going to have to be paying some taxes. The days are gone where basically people said, oh, Los Cabos, Mexico, you can basically do everything with cash. No, you're going to be running a lot of stuff through platforms, and I'm not recommending to do cash. You're in another country. You're going to have to be paying some taxes. But the good thing is that since we are part of NAFTA, which is the National Free Trade Agreement between Mexico, the United States, and Canada, a lot of these taxes that you will be paying for your rental income or overall taxes on your property will be able to be used for your taxes back at home. So you're going to have to run this with your accountant. You're going to have to run your numbers, but just know that expenses down here in Mexico, business expenses and other expenses can be used for your taxes back at home. Again, since we have experience on the field, feel free to ask me particular questions about this and we can talk more about the nitty-gritty of taxes down here in Mexico. One of my favorite topics on this video are the luxury rental property opportunities down here. Since our Los Cabos has grown into a beautiful and incredible destination, we now have some really special luxury resorts that offer full-time ownership real estate for people that desire to invest in them. This means that you can invest into something such as a Waldorf Astoria villa that is yours. It's your property. You have the title for that. But you can actually go ahead and set it up on their rental property pool, and they will run it basically like if it's a Waldorf Astoria hotel room. And the way that happens with that hotel, you have other really cool resorts such as Chileno Bay, the Rosewood, which has Ventanas El Paraíso down here, and many other resorts like the Ritz-Carlton and the upcoming St. Regis. There's many really cool luxury real estate opportunities down here that are in resorts, and people love to put these into their luxury resort real estate portfolios. So companies such as the Four Seasons, the Rosewood, Waldorf Astoria, St. Regis, Ritz-Carlton, the Montage, there's so many really cool ones, offer really special packages to be able to make this happen. One thing that you need to be aware of about this is that usually that split is going to be significantly more competitive. This means that if you decide to put up your Waldorf Astoria villa up for rental, you can be expecting to be paying a 50-50 split on the rental income to that resort that is managing that property. Again, you get what you pay for, and in this particular case, your property is going to be being managed by some of the best people in the entire world at this particular business. So it's a cool thing to keep into consideration. Again, we have plenty of experience in this field, so if you have any questions about luxury resort real estate and the possibility for investing into these properties as a rental business, feel free to reach out. My information is down on the description below. So that's pretty much everything for this episode, guys. Can you own real estate down here and put it up as a rental property business? The answer is absolutely yes. It's actually one of the most popular ways for people to be able to make the dream happen of retiring down here. By investing in a property 5 to 10 years ahead of time, people are able to invest into that property at a certain price range that when they're ready to retire, maybe they would have not been able to get as much for their buck. So it's a very popular way of doing it, and you can absolutely do it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it for you guys. There's going to be many more videos coming up on this video series, and you're not going to want to miss out on them. So make sure to like this video, hit that subscribe and notification bell below so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming videos. Well, that's pretty much it for it. I hope that you guys have a fantastic day, and I look forward to our next episode together.